Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your general reading for June 2020. This is general, so the messages will not resonate with everyone. I would ask you to please check back to your moon and rising signs as they are posted. I have with me the Radiant White deck. We will be clarifying with La Vida Sabila. I will pull both an angel answer and a romance angel card, and then we will wrap the reading up with a golden Nostradamus card. Okay, I have already done some shuffling and meditation on your sign and glyph. We're gonna get busy here with this particular reading. All right, here we go. 9 cards down. 3 of Wands. Knight of Swords. Page of Cups. Wow. Okay. 5 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Definitely the nodes changing signs for you. Okay? But this is a big deal. The nodes changing signs. The Justice card reversed. Wow. Last card down. Yes, indeed. Makes sense. The 7 of Cups. One, two, three court cards. Two wands, a sword, a pentacle, and 2 cups. 2 wands, 2 swords, 2 cups, and a pentacle. 1, 2 major arcana card. 1, 2, 3 court cards. I don't know. There's at least 3 people here. See them? I think that there was some kind of decision made. I don't know, go off on your own, do your new thing, start your new thing, whatever the case may be, because you recognize that there's a change in your life, something. There's a new something that's coming about. But then we see this news or this message comes in that creates this conflict or this argument. Now there's a bunch of confusion here. And this guy comes in to just like, he's charging in. I don't know why he's charging in, but it went from something kind of nice to something that's kind of, yeah? How am I dividing up things? Do I have enough to divide up? Can I help people, pay people back? I loaned you some money and you ain't paid me back. Something is amiss, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is. What's underneath the deck? The Ace of Coins. a brand new direction, a brand new path, um, financial opportunities, a new way of doing things. Maybe this is a new job opportunity that has come in. Yeah? One that is going to give you the opportunity to help, other people, to give back. I just don't know what these things are. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look, because I have 4 pip cards as they relate to the Wheel of Fortune and the Justice. Okay? And I just kind of want to take a look. There's my book. Remember I had it on my phone? I ain't done yet. Oh my God. Okay, so let me look at this 3 of Wands here. Okay, let's just take a look at the 3 of Wands. It tells that you have a positive. It says that when it appears with the Wheel of Fortune, it tells about having a positive attitude that is going to bring about positive results. So that's what I was saying. It's like a whole new you. Like maybe one day you just woke up and you were like, oh, wow. And I think this has to do with the fact that Saturn has finally, you had Saturn in Sagittarius, a couple of years ago? He spent 2 years in your sign. Then I told you, Jupiter's coming through. Jupiter in Sagittarius. See? Jupiter in Sagittarius. Right? But now he's moved on into Capricorn and he's retrograded. Okay? Saturn has moved all the way into Aquarius. He's 2 signs away from you now. So, and remember I said, you're going to have that hard time with Saturn being in your sign. Then once he leaves, after he spends 2 years and tears all your shit down and make you feel like, what for? Then Jupiter comes in and that energy becomes lightened. You can begin to see some light at the end of the tunnel. That's why I was telling you, 2 years ago to start planting those seeds, because Jupiter was going to come in and bring you opportunities. Okay? While he was in your sign. You got to host him for a whole year. That's the relief from all that heavy Saturn energy. Well, now he's in Capricorn, Jupiter. He will be retrograding all the way back to 29. When he stopped at 16, is he going to go all the way? Yeah, he's going to go all the way back to 0, actually 29, 28 Sagittarius. He's going to dip back into your sign for a little while. Maybe that's what this is. A karmic justice. So this could literally be, you're going to have to go over old ground on something again because you didn't lay the groundwork properly the first time. Or this is going to be somebody coming back for repayment. It's a karmic justice. Maybe it's a reward due you. Maybe you have to pay something back. I don't know. Anyway, that's what the 3 of Wands says by the Wheel of Fortune. Let me see if it says anything else. With the Strength and or Justice card, this is reversed. If it's right side up, this would say that it is a message of encouragement, as eventually you will benefit from all of your past efforts. Keep going, as you will reap better than expected rewards. I'm wondering if this is the Mercury in retrograde coming back. I think it's June 17th or 18th. It's going to retrograde in the sign of Cancer. So you can think the next 6 to 8 weeks is going to be, after that, it's going to start slowing down a week before then. And then it's just going to grind to a halt. And then it's going to turn around and come all the way back. I don't know. 5 of Swords. We'll look at that. What am I looking at now? That's the 4. Here's the 5 of Swords. Even though that card is a card of victory, okay, it can also be warning of some kind of breakup or argument or gossip, or needing to regain your composure before you step ahead with plans. Okay, but it tells me nothing being next to these 2 cards. 6 of Pentacles. Nothing about the 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Finally, the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups. Here it is. It's telling you to seek out the right advice before making important decisions and moving ahead with your plans. There may be some aspects that you have missed, and with the right guidance and advice, you will prosper in your endeavor. You are asked to seek the right advice before moving, but there's this, and it is reversed. And it's definitely related to this guy. Okay? Because it looked like you just like, you know what, whatever, I'm finna go and do what I'm gonna do because you know what I mean? Maybe you've had people trying to tell you you can't do X, Y, or Z. I don't know. So let me take a look at this reverse justice lesson here. Justice lesson. This reverse justice card, it just doesn't sit right with me. Unfairness, intolerance, injustices, legal complications, bigotry, bias, and excessive severity. Appearing reversed, it is indicating that a karmic lesson has been experienced and you are to fully understand its meaning and lessons. Acceptance is the key. But see, you can't accept it because you are all confused. Something happens, or someone comes back, or someone comes in, or someone says something, and it kind of throws everything perhaps that you've been working for in a fog. It may be implying that someone around you has taken advantage of you. It may also imply false accusations and intolerance. You are unable to change things at this time. So your only option is to learn from the lesson. Do not allow it to happen again. Handle the situation as best you can and then move on. It may be indicating an injustice or loss in your life. Move on regardless and trust that there's better to come. It may be telling of someone feeling inadequate and or insecure. It may be indicating that your behavior may have been excessive of late, and this may result in repercussions, perhaps in the form of a fine. I don't know. It asks you to work within the law as being issued with fines and penalties is indicated. It may also imply legal complications and setbacks that are imminent. Therefore, avoid acting at this point if at all possible. Injustice and loss are hovering, so avoid confrontations at this time. But I think it's something somebody said to you, or some news that you got. It counsels against accepting injustice in exchange for a quiet and uncomplicated life, even if it means seeing someone being treated unfairly. It tells of a need to stop worrying and to direct your energies elsewhere. It may indicate that in a situation where there is a deadlock, a completely new approach is needed in order to work through the problem and make progress. In negative situations, this card resembles imbalance, coldness, and a destructive streak impeding relationships. Here's that confusion that comes all around. Something or someone has either done something or said something or reneged. I want to give you the meaning of this Knight of Swords because I think, in a sense, that he holds the key. This depicts someone who is intelligent, responsible, courageous, loyal, and trustworthy. It is the energy of this card is one who has great inner strength and tenacity and is always helpful and friendly. He is generally courteous and has the right intentions. He can also prove to be very capable and demanding in emergency situations, and can make for a very strong ally. He is brave and courageous and someone who challenges injustice. This person can make for a reliable, staunch, and true friend. But although he can mean well, he can come across as domineering, and his attitude can be quite overbearing at times. It indicates the ability to adjust with changes as they happen. This person is one who stands up for the underdog. It depicts one who likes to be constantly on the move, gathering new ideas and concepts along the way. Along those same ideas and concepts, they can be dropped just as quickly. It implies that there is a focus on reckless action. Appearing in a spread, it implies that a difficult period of time is indicated, and it indicates that a stagnant situation will soon change. The outcome will be favorable if a firm line is taken. It implies that you may find yourself involved with a person who acts impulsively and whose thoughts are erratic. This person could either be an enemy of yours or a loyal friend whose intention it is to act in your favor. It may be implying that some misfortune may visit your life for a brief time. You are asked not to make any rash or hasty decisions. It may indicate swift changes around an issue or situation at the current time. These changes will initially bring upheaval, but then positive opportunities will become apparent once all settles. It brings a message that someone will stand by you, give support, and defend you when necessary. This person brings with him or her a rush of positive energies. It can indicate a time when communication and mental development will be prevalent. It can also be an indication of sudden changes which may disrupt the normalcy of life. When it appears, it is asking you to pay careful attention to the cards surrounding it, as this is going to hold the key to which areas of life that may be affected. You need to be wary of indulging in impulsive and erratic actions. This tells me that there are many other people in this with these three people here. And I'm not exactly sure if this has to do with some kind of money. Maybe a legal judgment. So we're going to take and if this is the idea that maybe like you got a new job or something like that, and then all of a sudden somebody show up, like, you remember that money you owe me? Somebody got word, you know what I mean? That you done got a new job. Could be a family member or something like that. Leggerezza. Speranza. Stanza. Interesting. Interesting. Let me look at this Five of Swords. I don't know if this is you or a boss lady, somebody that you work with. Not sure. Let me take a look at this Five of Swords. Because whatever that Five of Swords is, it pretty much kind of changed everything. Go away, you stalker. Oh, why are you gimping? What's the matter with your paw? Huh? What's the matter with your paw? Okay, I want you to sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You gotta sit down. Not right here. You gotta go sit down. Or is your arthritis bothering you? Go sit down. Come on, sit down. Oh, dog yoga. Now, you can't sit right there. Move. Hey, you can't sit right there. All right, sit down. All right, Five of Swords. Sit down right there, buddy. Sit down for me. Sit down. Be a good boy. That's a good boy. Sit right there. Five of Swords. The Doctore. The Militare. And the Falsità. I believe somebody gave you some advice or they told you something. They insisted on it. But there's been some kind of lie told here. That's what that is. Something that they lied about or they hid from you. Or they lied about the reason why. Now, I'm picking up on it, but I can't quite get it. Okay? Because he's another Knight of Swords. Now, he's the King of Wands. But I think this is in a professional, somewhat capacity. Someone who has some kind of position of authority. Whether that authority is real, imagined, or you gave it to him. Allegria. Belvedere. Messaggeri. The carefreeness card is speaks to the idea of reckless behavior, recklessness. Huh. Let's see. Sit down, buddy. Ooh, no, go sit down. Please go sit down. 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 Go sit. Oh, you're such a good boy. You're so funny. Hold on. You make me laugh. Now, it speaks to some kind of inconsequential delay. In financial matters, it indicates short lived investments that are ultimately destined to plummet. It can indicate spending money like water and a chronic inability to accumulate savings. It also indicates activities that will go bust due to a miscalculation or lack of proper planning. In love, it indicates inconsistency, a lack of commitment, sleeping around, and an affair. With the stanza. Now, the hope card is just that. It's saying whatever this thing is, maybe I made this mistake. Maybe I miscalculated. Maybe the news comes in, oh man, I done messed up. Here's my hope. I'm not going to give up the hope. But the stanza shows up. And the stanza is the room. And this is the card of secrets. It is the card of speaking to somebody from your heart. Okay? It is a card of confessions and classified information, of privacy, and of trusting someone with a secret of very sensitive information. Sometimes this can be the internet. I've seen this when people are delving into things that they don't, maybe you let something slip out and you didn't mean to. It can also mean sex, okay? It can describe an important meeting of a sensitive nature. Okay, it is dynamic, and it says that situations, it brings about rapidly involving situations that will soon bring a different set of events. It foretells of upcoming news, developments, and possible visitors. If you have been waiting for a response and or for news or a package to arrive, this card heralds its arrival. In love, it foretells of passionate encounters, fulfilling relationships, and love conquest. It also represents secrets shared with one's partner or lover and bonding emotionally with another. Now, but here are these three cards. And this is what I don't get. I'm not looking at the Doctore as a person. I'm looking at it as, in a sense, a situation, and that's a rare kind of a thing. But let me explain to you what it means, what I'm saying. This could be allegorical. In other words, it can represent a type of behavior, a situation, a bad habit, a grudge, a broken heart, or trauma, something that needs healing or fixing because it is at the root of the problem or crisis you are undergoing. It can highlight the urgency to reconsider and change a flaw within yourself or the person indicated by this card, and that you can attract a better future. Now, it often means that help will be offered by someone who can help make a difference in your life, but not before there is a genuine willingness to help yourself. Now, sometimes this card as a situation will show up when it defines a situation that cannot be resolved without often the professional help of another person who knows what they're doing, because it implies that past mistakes need to be rectified. There it is. But here with the Militare card, it says that in love it can indicate a woman who wants to fix her partner, and this is the motivation for the relationship. Okay? Now, here is the falsità, and it is the Four of Coins. This is a card of lies, of false adulations, Compliments given with an ulterior motive, especially when it is near cards that represent people, as it uncovers their true intentions towards you, which were never what they outwardly seem to be. It represents someone often very close and possibly a long-standing acquaintance or family member who is two-faced and plotting against you. It represents murky and thorny situations woven with a tight web of lies and deceit, and often you are not aware of the true state of affairs, as these people are skilled and know how to deceive you. It represents someone who is taking advantage of your good trust and faith in them. We have already heard that, did we not? Now, in almost all cases, this card represents someone with false intentions. It can indicate something that is done or received in an illegal way. Contraband, fake goods, and illegal merchandise. It is particularly bad when near cards that describe a group of people. There's a group of people there. There's 3 people. So there's somebody in your circle around you. Okay? As it indicates that you are living in a nest of vipers full of people with ulterior motives who are near you just to use you for their own selfish ends. It implies envy, self-interest, deceitfulness, flattery, servility, and empty compliments. Now, if this card is about you, it indicates a mistaken conclusion, that you may have also misjudged someone and that you have not seen the situation for what it is. But it still indicates false motives towards someone. It is a card that indicates a mistake. In love, it indicates infidelity, lies, and a partner with ulterior motives. It precludes the possibility of true love unless it foretells the presence of a devious third person whose aim it is to break up the couple. Don't know. Financially, it warns of false opportunities, fake money, deceitful colleagues, Ponzi schemes, fraud, contraband, and swindles. It heralds a period fraught with gossip, slander, and deceit. It always warns that the situation is hiding a trap, that there is danger lurking in the background, and it is a card that indicates cunning. And coming up with this card, the friends and family, this could just be your drinking buddies or a group of people that you know socially. Okay, it doesn't preclude a depth of knowing with somebody. I think you've told somebody something, and they're now going to use that against you, and it's going to create a whole bunch of confusion. May even some legal trouble. And this tells me that you're going to be getting some more news. That's what this card says. This card heralds the imminent arrival of someone or something. Okay? But while you are waiting for it, and I would say within a week or so, you need to be doing some serious introspection about what is happening, who the people are you're hanging around with. Okay? Because there's something, you're going to have to make a choice about something, and I don't know what it is. And you're going to have to decide, amidst all of that confusion, what is the thing that you really want the most. Okay? That's a tricky situation to be in. So let's take a look. Let's start with the romance angel cards. I think someone has lied and told you something that really is not true. Maybe they've given you some bad advice. But know that if they gave you the bad advice, they did it intentionally with this card. And if that is not you, it's that maybe somebody gave you some advice and you ignored them. And you have miscalculated. Okay? That could go either way. Here we go. Romance angel, because I don't know what this is about. I don't know if it's love, if it's money, if it's some of everything involved. Now, this says give your relationship a chance and work on your partnership. I don't know. Angel answer. Let's see what it says. There's lots of messages and news coming through here. Even the stanza tells you that there's some news coming. Maybe you was hoping it was one thing and it turns out to be the complete opposite. Not what you expected. Yeah? Sometimes this happens. All right, ready? I'm just going to cut it. One card for the angel answer. Don't stop. And finally, Nostradamus. And let's see what Nostradamus has to tell us. What can he see that we cannot see? Because I think whatever this message that comes, think of him like the horseman in the Lenormand cards. That could be an hour, a day, a week. It's never like months. It could be like a minute, 10 minutes, an hour, literally. Okay, same day. All right, 24 hours, but out the farthest out would be a week. But typically this is in days, and when it comes, there's a lot of other things surrounding it. You're waiting for it though. It's the lilies. Give your relationship a chance. I don't know what this is. But if this is somebody who's cheated on you or you're cheating on them and they're giving you an opportunity, you're getting a second chance, you can be throwing this shit up in their face later on down the road. Because if you take them back and you sleep with them, you done told them you forgave them. So maybe that's the introspection card here. What you need to be looking at while you're waiting on this news to come. But it's somebody around you that has, I don't know, either told a secret, done lied, done caused some confusion. The romance angels see that your relationship is worth devoting effort to. Although there may be issues, these can be worked through and healed. You'll need to commit to the relationship to ensure the best chance of success. At the very least, if you do end it, you'll know that you gave it your all. You'll also understand the role that you played in its dynamics. In this way, you'll avoid attracting similarly painful situations in the future. Remember, we're talking about that karmic stuff. You receive this card because there is hope for your partnership. The love is still there. Work with a counselor may be your best option at this point. This professional can identify areas of dysfunction and guide you both in healthier directions. If it's this guy, maybe, like I said, maybe he gave you some advice and you just ignored him. I don't know. Maybe he told you something completely incorrect. Don't stop. Maybe he lied to you about something. And trust me, there are some terrible counselors out there. There really are. This is not the time to give up. Continue to move in the direction of your hopes, dreams, or plans. You are on the right path, and you should see progress as long as you stay the course. It's very important that you stand your ground and believe in yourself. Don't let others intimidate you into quitting. Just because they do not have your vision doesn't mean you shouldn't follow your own heart. And here are the lilies. If man could see virtue's pulchritude, with love his heart would soon be imbued. This card bears purity, noble sentiments, and reinforces virtue and good luck. It says that it can reduce a negative effect near a negative card. Well, I only pulled one of these cards, right? Purity, noble sentiments, and reinforces virtue and good luck. I don't know. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I hope those messages help. And until next time, namaste.